The 26th of August, Rabbi Levitt, Gemora.
Time.
I think it was 21b3, but where I don't know.
We were talking about the gleaners after the gleaners.
Right.
So we were up to there.
Oh, so okay.
And then we're in the middle of this, the Amai, and what Yayush has to do with it.
Yeah, let's speak out that. Let's read that. Gemara's asking a kasha right now, so let's speak that kasha out. Read it, and then we'll go from there. So we're up to Amai, and this could be found. It's about 2/3 of the way down. It's the last word on the line. First word on the line is Reish Lakish Omar. Likute bas likute. Then the Gemara asks, "Va'amai." Okay, so who would you like to start off the reading?
Amai. They said, I'm saying, Amre. Is that where we are?
Talking, Lou?
Or we're on Amai?
We're on Amai.
I'm in the wrong. Okay, I was on Amre. Amai. Let's see. Where's Amai? We're on Kaf Aleph Amid Base.
So last word in the line. First word in the line is Reish Lakish. About 2/3 of the way down on the page.
Let's see. Reish Lakish. Amai. Okay, it's the next bit. Okay. Okay, so let's see. Here, Amai. Amai. But why does the remaining leket become free for anyone to take once rummagers have passed through the field? Nehi da'a niyam Dehacha me ya'ashe. Granted that the local poor have given up hope of finding additional leket once they have seen the rummagers go through the field, Ika anayim de beduchta acharisa. But there are also poor in other places. Delo me ya'ashe, who have not given up hope.
You talked a little bit about wood.
Okay, I'm sorry. I got to excuse myself for a minute.
Okay. Okay, so so right in the middle over here of this question, Amai. Why is it? Why is what? Why is it that the Brisa says that the after the Nemushim go through the field, then the leket is free for the taking. Anybody that can find anything is free to take it, even if they're not an ani. Why is that so? Because nehida anim dehacha miyaishe. Granted that the anim that live in this locale and are aware of the fact that the Nemushos went through, and so therefore they're going to be miyayish. We are told that they're miyayish because they know that they went through already. But says the Gemara, Ika anim bedukta achrisa. There are anim from a different locale, dukta achrisa, different place. The lo miyayish, and they they're not miyayish. Why are they not miyayish? Because they don't know whether the mushos went through or not. So if they don't know, it's like somebody that doesn't know that his pickled peppers fell off his truck, and so therefore it's a case of yesh lo midas. And nevertheless, the Mishnah says, the Brisa says that the finder can keep all the leket that he finds in that field. So it seems as though this Brisa holds yesh lo midas is a halachic yeush, and if so, it presents a refutation of the view of Abaye, who says yeush lo midas is not regarded as a halachic yeush. Do we have any Rashi? Oh, we got a long Rashi. Amai.
The Amai.
Oh, the Amai is not so long, but the Nehi is very long.
Yeah, the Amai is not the Nehi. The Amai. And why? And why? Yeush Shalom Das. If it's Yeush without his knowledge, Lav Yeush. That's not considered Yeush. There isn't Yeush below Midat. And then it says Nahi, granted, Legabi Inayim, regarding poor people, Dahachi here, Have Yeush Midas. There would be a knowledgeable Yeush. Shira'u, that they saw, Sheholchu Ba, that they left. Hamu Mushushis, the gleaners left. The Nit Yayesh, and they would have Yeush, Elarada, Aniyim, the poor, the Ir Echer from a different city, a Dayan Lo Yada. They wouldn't know if they're in a different city, the poor people from different places. The Hey, since Mut Ryan, Bo, they'd be permitted for it. Elarada, Mishum Kaven, since Kaven de Lechi Yada, look at these. Know about the Yeush, me Yeush, have a Yeush, would be Yeush. Misha'at, from the time, Shahal Chubo, at the time that they left. These gleaners left. Ubeheter, and with permission, Bo, they come liyadze on this. Once they know the gleaners are gone, it's free season to take whatever they want.
Rashi's explaining, even according to the ones that are from a different city that have no idea about what's going on in this field. So practically speaking, they have not actually been miyayish yet because they don't know anything. But we're applying the principle of yesh lo midas is regarded as a halachic yeush. So Rashi's explaining that kaven el mishum de kaven de lechi yodai, since that when they do actually find out that the mushos have gone through this field in the different town, Habiyayish, they certainly will be miyayish, misha shehol chubo. And lechiyodei miyayishe, Habiyayish. So therefore, it will be regarded as a halachic yeyush, misha shehol chubo. Oh, that's important. What Rashi adds over here. At what point is it going to be regarded as a halachic yeyush? Right? Let's say on Monday, the first group of the gleaners went through, and on Tuesday, the second group of the gleaners went through. We're going to go according to the Shita of Reish Lakish that says that the mushos are the ones, they're not necessarily old, but they're the ones that go. They're the last ones that are rummaging through the field after everybody, all the other anim have already actually gone through. Lakute bas lakute. It's easier to understand like this. What Rashi's saying over here. So they went through on Tuesday. Now the people in the anim in the town, they already are miyayish on Tuesday because they know that the nemushos went through on Tuesday. Let's say at 10 o'clock. So, but the people in the next town over, they've got no idea because they didn't come over here. So they don't know when the nemushos went through or not. So they're not actually not ma'ayish because they don't have any idea. They're hoping to, let's say that they're hoping to come tomorrow and see if there's anything left. But Rashi says that since when they're going to come on Yom Shlishi, they're going to see, or somebody's going to tell them, I guess, I don't know how they're going to know. Somebody's going to tell them that, oh, you know what? The Nemushas have already went through on Yom Sheni. They're going to say, oi, so what a wasted trip. I never would have come had I known that. So now I'm asking you a question. So even according to the Mandoma that says Yeush Midas is Yeush, from what point in time will we say that these guys, that it's going to be a halachic Yeush for them? Meaning to say, they actually were Miyash when they found out for themselves on Yom Shlishi. But the Nemushos, that was the reason why they were Miyash on Yom Shlishi, they were the one, they came actually through the field on Yom Sheni. So Rashi is saying that in the halacha, we're going to regard it as a halachic yeush for these guys that are from out of town, already from Yom Sheni, from the time that the Mushos went through the field. So therefore, that's exactly like it says in the Brisa. From the time that the Mushos go through the field, it's free for anybody to come and take it from Yom Sheni after they went through the Mushos, after they went through the field. And that's even if the out-of-town anim, they don't even know yet that the Mushos went through the field, and all the more so where they're not miyash. In fact, they were planning on coming on Yom Shlishi to go to this field and see if there's something for them to get. And since they didn't have cell phones in that day, so they got no idea that the Nemushos already went. If they had a cell phone, so then it's a whole different story. But we're not talking about that. So Rashi says, already from Yom Sheni, all of us would be able to come through that field and take whatever it is that we found. So if so that's going to be a kasha on Abaye. Because Abaye says, we see over here from this brisa, Habeyesh. It is regarded as a halachic yesh. Okay. Now let's see the Gemora's answer. Omre. We go to whose turn is it to read? I forgot.
Well, I just read the Rob, so I don't know.
Oh, Roy.
Okay, well, the Gemara rejects this proof as well. Omre, they said in defense of Abaya, given the Akar on the aim Akar. Since there are poor in this locale, Hanach, those more distant poor, Ma'akara, Aeushe, Mioesh, despair from the very beginning of acquiring any of the local leket. For Marais, and say to themselves, Anaim de Som Malakate lay. The poor people of that place will certainly collect it all. Thus, says the art scroll, Once the local poor despair of finding any more leket, all the poor have knowingly despaired. This Mishnah therefore does not contradict Abaya's opinion.
Okay, I didn't understand that. We got too much mixed up in the name over here and the name over there and over here and over there. I don't know what they're talking about. Is there a Rashi over here? There is no Rashi. Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah, but the idea is since they're not in the area, of course they whatchamacallit. They're assuming, of course the guys came and therefore it's okay to get. That's just another. It's really saying the same thing.
Amre kevan de ika anim da. So, okay, Amre.
They're going to be beat out by the people in the town.
That's why they made it. Since there's a name over here in this place, in this place where we were going to go to that place and look for a leket, Hanach. Hanach is referring to a name. Well, let's give it numbers. Kaven de ika anim de hacha. Since there's a name in place number 1, is in place number 1. Since there's a name in place number 1, Hanach, these ones, meaning these anim that are in place number 2, mikara eyushem yayish. Already from the outset, they are surely going to be Meyayish over here on the field, which is in place number 1. And they're going to say, Anim dahasam balaktele. They're going to say, what should we bother to go to the place number 1 to see if there's any leket over there for us, Anim in place number 2 to get? There's a name over in place number 1. And they surely got all the leket that there is to get over there. So they never bother with leket in a different city, says the Gemora. The Gemora thought in the question that the anim in place number 2, they're planning on coming to place number 1 and seeing if that they can do some business over there and get some leket. The Gemora says, no, they don't think about such a thing. They say, look, we're in place number 2. There's plenty of anim in place number 1. They certainly got all the leket in the field, in this field over here, place number 1. There's no reason for us to bother with it. And already from the word go, meikara, these anim in place number 2 are miyayish on the leket in the field in place number 1. Okay, we got it now. Just want to bring your attention to the question of the Gilean Shas. Aran Rabbeinu, Orenu v'Rabbeinu Rabbi Kiva Eger. That's the famous kasha over here in the Gilean Shas. It's right in my Gemora. It's right on. It's on the inside column. Right in the middle of the page, Gilean Shas. Rabbi Kiva Eger asks, Kasha Li, says Rabbi Kiva Eger, this is a very difficult Gemara for me over here. I don't understand. Oh, Gam Lanim Katanim, Yesh Lehem Chelik. Says Rabbi Kiva, not only are the anim that are of age have a chelik in the leket that's in the field, but also anim that are katanim, that are below the age of bar mitzvah. Yesh lem chelik. They have their own chelik in the leket. Umikre yeush shalom midas, and for them it's called yeush shalom midas. Now, why for them is it called Yesh Lo Midas? If you'll ask that question, that's a fair question. What's Rabbi Kiva talking about? He says, yeah, like the Gemora says, Lakamon, and Daf Huf base, Amid base. And also take a look in Tosos, in Bava Basra, in Kuf Mem Gimel, Ein base. Dibur Maskil, Ve'im, Ve'adayin. Ve'im, that's the name of the Tosos over there in Bava Basra, and says, therefore, concludes Rabbi Kiva Eger, Adayin Sorach Iyun. This Gemara, as far as I'm concerned, is not clear. Okay. That's anybody who goes through this Gemara has to read this Rabbi Kiva Eger. So we read it. Okay. And now, sorry, what? Now we go to the next question. So we answered that question. We defended Abaya one more time. And now the Gemara is going to adduce another proof for one of these two sides. I don't know which one it is. We'll see. That's what we'll try to figure out. Toshma. And we go back to Lou.
To me?
Yeah.
Toshma. Come and learn. Kitzios Baderech. Cut figs found in the road. Vafilu Bitzad Sadeh Kitzios. Even those found beside a field of cut figs, spread out to dry. B'chein, and similarly, Te'ena Hanota Laderech. A fig tree that hangs over the road. Umatza Te'enim Taha. And one found figs beneath it. Mutros Mishum Gazal. They are permissible with respect to the prohibition of theft, i.e., they are deemed ownerless and taking them does not constitute theft. Ufituros min ha-ma'aser. And they are exempt from the requirement of Meiser. Bizetzim uvacharuvim. But regarding olives and carobs, asur, it's prohibited to keep them.
Oh. Okay. What's the case again over here? There'll be a Rashi here on Ketsios. Okay, let's see what Ketsios actually are.
Well, it's defining Ketsios. The Ketsios, he says, are Te'enim. Those are figs. Shekotzatzimot, that you cut them. Be'izamel, that's like with an axe or something like that. They're cut with some kind of a scythe or something like that. That's a tool for cutting. An izamel.
Okay. Fine.
V'mohel shelahem, and they're and they kind of like forgive it. Mechila is like mehila is like they give up on it. Shelahem, zav, azav, the shotchim,
like the juice that exudes out from them, I think.
Yeah, and
oil is like the sap or the juice, whatever you want to call it, that comes out from these figs. So it flows.
Well, the flow that is pressed from it, so to speak, squeezed from it. The sadeh, liyavesh, in order to dry it out.
Shotchan, Basoda Liavesh. Ah. So they're so oozing with this nectar, I guess you call it, the nectar of the te'enim. So therefore, shotchan, you lay them out, you stretch them out, literally, basoda, in the field, to get dried out from the sun, liyavesh, so they won't ooze the nectar so much. Okay, so that's what they are, and that's why the people do what they do with them. So that's what they are. Fine. Ketzios baderech. So you got these figs that are spread out, stretched out to dry out on the way. V'afilu b'tzad sodek ketzios. There's another Rashi on that one.
We did on the side of the road. I don't know. I'm trying to see where it is. I don't know if we did that yet. Even it's on the side of the field of the figs. I'm trying to see where this. I don't see. Oh, there it is. And it does say that. And even on the side, the field of B'tzad side there. Okay, so you have the fields, and even in a field of even those that are on the side of a field of Ketzil, right? A sadeh, a field, shesotchim ba, that you squeeze them, the Ketzios, the figs, the yada, you'll know, the mahaga, the mahanhu atu, something that they're going to come to do something. What's mahanhu? To benefit from it, they came.
The yoda, the mahaneu.
Menahu, is that from Hana? That they came, that they know that they're going to make benefit, they came?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's right. Not 100% sure, but we'll get clear in the next step. Okay, so
another Rashi.
Yeah,
there's still another Rashi on the next piece of it about theft, and the reason is they're permitted because of the theft, in fact, in it. What it's saying in there, let's see. Even though the chinafal, even though it fell, lo yadav, that they didn't know that it fell, even since the lechi yadav, if he knew, mayush, that he would be yeyush of it if it fell. V'hacha now havi yeyush karaba, it would be considered yeyush according to Rabbah.
Yeah. Okay, so really we got really three cases in this Mishnah. It's a Mishnah in Maseches Masros. We really got three different cases, but the case that we're most interested in is this last case. Not the ones with the te'enim that are spread out on the ground. Because the guy knows that that's what he did, and he knows that's where they are. But we're talking about the ones that are theoretically, basically, they're still on the tree. You got a te'ena, meaning a te'ena tree, anota l'derech, and it's inclined towards the road, the branches, I guess. And motza te'enim, I'm reading from the Mishnah, a guy finds te'enim takteha. He finds these te'enim underneath the branches of this te'ena tree. So we say that he could keep them. Mutaros mishum gezel. Doesn't have to give them to anybody. Doesn't have to find out who the owner of this tree is that they presumably dropped from. So Rashi explains why not. Mutaros mishum gezel, even though the chinofa lo yoda, the owner doesn't know right now that this Tana fell off the tree. He hasn't been over here in the last week. Maybe he's out of town even. So he doesn't know that these Tanim fell off the tree. He knows that the ones that were stretched out on the side of the road, he knows about them because he was the one that spread them out over there. But he doesn't know about the ones that are on the tree, that there's some of them from the tree that fell down already. And those, so says the Gemora, Rashi says, that's the case of Yesh Lo Midas. So since when he finds out that they fell down off the tree onto the road, so he'll certainly at that point be miyayish from recovering them. So we'll regard it halachically from right now when it falls down as yeush, according to the view of Rava that yeush lo midas habe yeush. So this Mishnah seems to be a support for Rava, says the Gemora. Oh, so now let's see the Gemora's. We're up to. Do we have any time? We have 3 minutes. So let's read a little bit in the Gemora. Bishlema Reisha. Gemora is going to dissect this Mishnah and see which parts of the Mishnah go according to Abaya, which part could go according only to Rava. Whose turn is it to read, Roy?
Okay. Bishlema Risha Abaya Lo Kashia. Now it is understandable that the opening section of the Mishnah does not contradict Abaya's view for the following reason. Akam since the cut figs are valuable, Mima Shabnai Mesh for who? The owner constantly checks on them and is aware of their loss almost as soon as it occurs. Therefore, one who encounters them is permitted to keep them. Ta'ana Nami, in the case of the fig tree too, we may say that Midei Yadeya Dinasra, the owner is aware that the figs tend to drop from the tree, and he therefore despairs in advance of recovering any figs. These are therefore cases of conscious abandonment. Elu Sapa L'Rava Kashya. But the concluding section of the Mishnah contradicts Rava's opinion because for it states that Bazisei Bazisim or Charuvai, in regard to olives and carobs found under the same conditions, it is prohibited, says the scroll, for the finder to keep them. According to Rava, however, since the owner would despair of them if he became aware of their loss, they should be considered abandoned as of now, and the finder should be permitted to keep them. Yeah, Gemara has an answer for that.
Okay. Okay, so it's a matter of taking a look at the Rashis over here. So tomorrow we'll see the Rashis that go to this Bishlema. Be'ez Hashem. Okay, everybody, have a wonderful day.
Thank you, you too. Be well.
Amen.
Thank you, everybody. See you.
All the best, Roy. All the best, Phil.
Bye.
All the best,
Bye.
Lou. Oh, Lou is having his bris tomorrow, I believe. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's tomorrow. Yeah, I'm going to be with the granddaughter tomorrow, but I'm still going to be on the road. I may not be able to connect, depends upon time. Okay.
Okay, very well. So whoever's here, we'll see them. Everybody enjoy the bris and mazel tov
Amen.
and simchas. All the best.